It started as a perfect Christmas Eve. I was 16, lounging by the fireplace while the warm glow of the tree filled the room. My parents were upstairs and my little brother Timmy was fast asleep, dreaming of Santa. But as the clock struck midnight, the cozy magic of Christmas began to unravel. The first sign was the air, thick and heavy, like the calm before a storm. Then came the footsteps outside. At first I dismissed them as the wind brushing against the snow-covered porch, but the deliberate dragging sound was too human to ignore. I froze as the back door creaked open. My parents were asleep, and Timmy wouldn't dare wander downstairs. Grabbing a poker from the fireplace, I crept toward the sound. The soft jingle of bells echoed from the living room, but these bells didn't sound cheerful. They were slow, ominous. Peeking around the corner, I saw him, a man in a ragged Santa suit, hunched by the fireplace. His matted beard barely concealed the hollow, sunken eyes that stared into the flames. His movements were jerky, like a puppet controlled by invisible strings. He whispered in a guttural language I didn't understand. Then I saw her, a pale little girl standing in the shadows, her eyes wide and lifeless. She locked eyes with me, and an icy dread rooted me to the spot. The Santa turned, his dark gaze meeting mine, brimming with malice. Before I could move, my mother appeared behind me. She looked directly at me and whispered, "Go to bed." Her voice was eerily calm, as if nothing was wrong. When I looked back at the living room, the man and the girl were gone. To this day, I can't explain what I saw, but every Christmas Eve I brace myself, wondering if he'll return. It was a charming old house, the perfect place for a festive Christmas party. The host, Dave, seemed friendly enough, though his nervous glances toward a closed door piqued my curiosity. As the night went on, I couldn't ignore the door at the back of the house. The others at the party acted as though it didn't exist, but I kept hearing faint murmurs from behind it. When I finally got close, the door creaked open on its own. Inside, the air was icy. An old man sat in a moth-eaten chair, dressed in a decayed Santa suit. His ashen skin clung tightly to his bones, and his lifeless eyes fixed on the wall. "You shouldn't be here," he growled. His head turned slowly, locking his dead eyes onto mine. I stumbled back, fleeing into the warmth of the party, but the room felt different, brighter, noisier, and suffocatingly warm. No one acknowledged my terror. I later learned the house had a dark history. Decades ago, a family vanished here during a Christmas celebration. Their disappearance was never solved.